Hello, hello. This is Aiden again from Total Developers, and I'm going to write a Polybius Cipher in Rust today. So first things first is let's create two functions here. One called code, the other called, which will return a string. And let's create another function called decode. That returns a string. Okay, so in both of these functions, they should have a parameter called string. We're going to reference the string, these examples. And we do the same thing to the code function. Okay, so first things first is that we take our string and we convert it to character array. We loop through this character array. Collect at the end. But we loop this character array with the syntax is shown here. And then we call the match function. So if you've ever used any other programming language, match is similar to a switch function or a switch case operator in other languages, which is basically just an if statement. But in this example, so we're basically going to say, hey, for all characters that are A, lowercase a or capital A, we want to encode it as the value or grid position. And this goes for B all the way down to Z. So next value naturally would be B. Code that as 1, 2. Next value would be C. Code that as 1, 3. Feel free to skip ahead to the end and just copy the code from there, but I will keep going here. So A, B, C, D, lowercase d, capital D, and this is encoded as 14, 1, 4. And this gets encoded, F gets encoded as 1, 5. Excuse me, getting ahead of myself. E is encoded as 1, 5. Then F gets encoded as 1. It's just easier. Copy this 2 times. And then the value that we were on was G, lowercase c, capital G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. S, T, U, V, W, X. Now we're going to do the same thing for the capital letters. So let's just get all the capital versions of this in this match case. E, E, W. Okay, now we can start encoding these. Actually, for I and J, if you remember from the lesson previously in the overview, we have to encode them as the same character just because of the fact that there are only 26 slots in the grid, 25 slots in the grid, while there are 6 characters in the alphabet. So we have to double up on one, and J is value for this because of how popular it is in the English alphabet. But nonetheless, let's continue here. So 22, 23, 24, 5, skip to 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, skip to 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, skip to 51, 52, 3, 4, and 55. And just like a default case in the switch statements, we have a default case equaling just an empty string here. Okay, so this is our encode function. Just like any other map function in Rust, we have to call collect at the end. Now we're moving on to the decode part of our program here. And essentially what happens here is a bit complicated, so try to follow along. It is that we have our string, we get the character array version of that, we filter through it, and collect all white spaces. Or we skip through, or we filter through all the white spaces. How we represent that is with this syntax. So we say if character, essentially how this reads is if character it has a white space or is a white space, is a white space, we want to skip over it or not count it. We call collect to get that object back as a string. Then grab this as a byte, or we grab that object as a byte. We chunk it to binary with this command. Loop through it, the map, and this function with the following syntax. Again, this is just to get the standard version of the string from its UTF origins, UTF-8 origins, pardon. And we match it. We match UTF-8 origin of that string. If it's okay, then we return its value parsed as a 32-bit integer. Wrap it, or return it 0. There's an error. call 0. Yeah, and then if it after this map returns our values, we then want to match again. This time is where we start our decoding process. So we type in I and then match case on that. And we say if value is 1, return a character. If value is 1, 2, we return the B character. If value is 1, 3, we return the C character. If value is 1, 4, we return the character. Value is 1, 5, we return the F character. Pardon me, E character. And if the value is 21, we return the F character. Brevity here, I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this, paste it a few times. We got the list A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. We're skipping over J for previously stated reasons. H, I, J, K, L, O, B, Q, R, S, T, U, E, W, X, Y. Okay. So now, end of this, before we call the end of this, let's finish out the encodings here. 22, 23, 24, 25, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5. All right, great. So now at the end of any map function, we return collect. Then we make sure that value is a string. And we replace any blank character with an empty string. Okay, so now we could check if our test run. Error here, line 40. All right, now let's see. Yes. We forgot some of the default clause here. And see if it works. Yeah, great. Works. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. the code whenever you want. Feel free to copy it. Go on to GitHub. Okay. All the best. Have a good one.